Hello and namaste, welcome. So, this video is about sex and drugs education. So, when I was in school in biology, in ninth standard, or perhaps I don't remember, 10th standard, we had male and female reproductive system. Okay, I don't remember exactly what we studied then. We studied how actually these systems work, but I don't remember clearly if proper information was given. Anyway, later I became a yoga trainer and I was teaching anatomy and physiology. There I learned about how male and female reproductive systems work and how pregnancy happens and how fertilization of an egg happens and how everything happens. So, this education, primarily sex education, and also I was very fortunate that in school a doctor came to our school and he gave a seminar on HIV/AIDS. So, it was a moment where knowledge was given to us and it was really important. So, in school itself, when children cross the age of 12, when they become teenagers in 13, 14, students have to be given knowledge about the sex education and also information about STIs and STDs and proper preventive measures, cautions, warnings. Everything has to be explained clearly because it is very important, because only knowledge can help people to be healthy and to avoid any unnecessary things. Okay, so sex education is very important. Students from the age of 12 have to be taught about male and female reproductive system, STIs and STDs. Everything has to be taught clearly for their own, for everyone's well-being. Okay, anyway, in yoga I learned the same in anatomy and physiology classes. Anyways, now coming to education about drugs, this is actually very important and it was not there anywhere, neither in school nor in college, nowhere. Later I actually was told by my friends that they were smoking cigarettes during 11th and 12th standard, and some people might have actually smoked cannabis. See, formally education has to be there about drugs like alcohol, cannabis, anything, just not just to scare the students that these things are illegal, but they have to be given proper knowledge that alcohol can disrupt your cognition, it can irritate your digestive system. Okay, it is a toxin, it is a poison that your body can reject, and out of foolishness we should not consume alcohol, we should not smoke. And why? We have to be taught in schools and colleges. In college, the drugs and alcohol were banned, were not officially allowed in the hostels, but I had like no idea about what is cannabis. There was no knowledge available for me through the education that I had, and I was just doing my own stupid research and I experimented with myself and I ended up having many harmful effects. If only I had proper guidance in early stages itself, maybe school, in biology class, or in college itself, in first year, if there was a class about education about drugs, that see, in college you have to avoid alcohol or cannabis or tobacco smoking because these can affect in these ways, that they can damage your brain cells, they can make you not able to concentrate properly, or it can affect your brain and you may not be able to study properly, and it may eventually affect your health. So on and so forth. A proper medical professional or an educated person in these topics has to come forward and explain. Nowadays videos are there in YouTube. Okay, now that's how I learned from doctors who have posted YouTube videos, and also I have my own experience, unfortunately, which took many years to recover, and I'm still not fully recovered. Like, I don't really have that much super brain power which I had in school. I don't have that much mental stamina now. I'm more into meditation and having relaxed state of mind rather than solving mathematical questions right now. But the ability to solve mathematics or something like that, I think I had it better before I consumed any of these drugs like alcohol, cannabis, LSD, or tobacco smoking. They are, particularly tobacco, is highly addictive. So anyways, A to Z, whatever goes on in college, even the professors know what goes on in the college, in hostels, and unless someone is caught, there is no action taken. And everyone knows that in colleges, universities, students do drugs, and it is unfortunate how it all happens in the name of parties or fun. It is all stupid when later you realize that they are harmful to you. At that time we don't realize, we just think it is enjoyment and entertainment, but after 10 years or 15 years you realize that you made a mistake by consuming alcohol or smoking cigarettes or consuming cannabis or any of those things that one should not, because of misguidance, I would say. So proper education about sex and drugs has to be given either through the government. It's not just giving warnings and cautions like tobacco causes cancer or alcohol is injurious to health. No, what happens, biology, like how alcohol affects your brain, how it may be involved in killing your brain cells, or how cannabis affects your mind and it can induce anxiety, depression, or how it can affect your neurochemistry, neurotransmitters, and how it can induce mental illnesses, either acute or chronic, like psychosis or schizophrenia. So students have to be given proper knowledge at early stage, not as part of formal certificates or for taking tests or giving them grades or marks, but for their knowledge, and this is very important for health. So education is really important, and I request all the people who are in positions, who are responsible to give sex and drugs education to all the students just from the age of 13, 12, or as early as possible. Don't have to wait till 18 plus or 21 plus. They have to be given education as early as possible. Thank you so much.